Reception.
With this finger.
What do we do with this?
People are coming up and saying to me, do you know there's a student midwife who's just after starting that's named after you that you delivered her? And I was saying, oh.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Bridie was there and I was like, is Bridie Kerrigan up here? And they're like, yeah, there she is. And I went over, I was like, I'm your baby.
When the mad law hit the Rotunda, huh?
Just arrived into the Rotunda, the Murphy family. Mum-to-be Rosemary has been admitted to be induced tonight. She and her husband Stephen first met during a search for love.
We met online on a dating website.
Exactly, yeah.
About 40 years ago now.
Yeah. We've been coming to this hospital for, 13 years and I'm unsure of directions.
You've been coming here 13 years?
Since I was pregnant with Ashton will be 13 in November.
Man, that's a long time.
Really, from the very beginning, we discussed having a large family and we're both very much on the same page. We wanted a lot of kids, quite close in age. We wanted a busy house, lots of different personalities, and that's exactly what we have.
That, yes, definitely.
They are hoping for the safe arrival of their 10th child tonight.
I'm an only child, and Stephen has one brother, one sister. So neither of us are from large families. And you'll be able to hold her and say, I'm your big brother. And that'll be exciting. How are the little rainbow chicks? Hello, my ladies. Oh, I miss you too. People are quick to say, how can you have so many? You must be mad. Or, well, it's what works for us. It's what we want to do with our lives. It's a lifestyle choice like any other. I couldn't imagine having 2, as someone couldn't imagine having 10. And you're going to be a big sister for the very first time. Oh, so exciting. We're a minority in the Irish society. Big families are not the done thing anymore. And when you do something that's not the done thing, you do open yourself to criticism.
Look, love you.
You will get people who will say, oh, what are you doing having so many? Are you mad? Do you not have a TV? And I'm like, yeah, we have a huge one actually.
Kids are always watching it.
This is what it's like, you don't get a word in it.
Tomorrow. No, I won't see you, I'll actually see you.
People are going to think what they want to think.
People are going to think what they want to think anyway. They're going to judge you no matter what you do. If you have no kids, you get judged. If you have 20 kids, you get judged. You actually cannot win in life. You just have to do what's right.
You have to be happy with what you
You have to be happy with what you have.
Not worry about what other people think.
No, what other people think. Love you, baby. Bye. They just made it. Isn't that lovely that they just made it in?
How were the last, well, all your deliveries, how were they?
I've had an epidural on my second baby and nothing apart from gas and air and the rest.
Okay. So gas and air is fine for you?
Yes, I love it. Best invention ever. It's the best invention ever.
Okay.
Birth really is the unknown. It's the unplannable. It's something you can't plan for. That's why I say I have a birth preference, not birth plan. So my birth preference would be fairly standard. I hope to labour without an epidural. I hope to have a natural delivery. I hope to be able to hold the baby straight away. But obviously that all depends on how it goes on the day. I promise I'm not moving in.
Did you bring that?
Yep. I always bring it.
Obstetric consultant Maeve is looking after Rosemary. They have known each other for some time.
It'll be 7 years in that. When I come back for a 6-week check from this baby, it'll be 7 years.
Come back for the 11.
No, it'll be 7 years since we first had our first appointment.
Yeah.
In general, she chooses induction of labour because on the one hand, you can imagine the logistics of organising 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 children to be minded while you're having your baby.
Stephen has his hands full with 9 other children to care for at home, so Rosemary usually labours without him.
We take good care of you. All right. And sure you have the boss here as well to make sure.
I know it's not for everyone. Some people need their husband or their partner there, but we're okay with it, and that's what
With a big family, you know, that's you can't expect to be there.
It's part and package of what being a big family is.
Okay, so in what position do you want to be?
Hi, Urška. Hi. My name's Roshi. Hi, Roshi. And what's your name?
Järne.
Just arrived into room 8, Urška and Jerne are hoping to meet their first baby today. They met 4 years ago online.
It was on this forum. I was talking about music because I was playing guitar and singing at that time. And then I actually needed a singer for my duet.
He's good at writing songs. He has like loads of songs that he's written.
Half made. You know, I just asked her and she said yes. And then We started playing together. And then there was a magical moment, and you can tell about that, maybe.
I wasn't really interested in dating him at the beginning. A month after rehearsals, his neighbor, she is a choir leader, and he invited her one time, and she said, "You should look at each other while singing," because we were just looking la la la. Okay. And then we were like, okay, let's try. And that is the moment when the sparkle was there, and then we, I just felt something. He felt something, and and that's how it started. Music connected us, and that's why we're together.
Yeah, here you go. That's it.
And then 8 months later, we got married.
Yeah, it was really fast.
Oh, it's getting worse and worse. It's a long time since we.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can do so.
Needs progress.
Kjer se vedno mirno spi, na rjuhah svilenih, tam zdaj tujec leži, na bokih njenih. Yeah, that was the chorus.
Rosemary has had to deal with 3 pregnancy losses over the years. Tonight she has been induced and is waiting for her contractions. She's chosen to find out the baby's gender, like she did with her last baby.
I'm just envisioning now holding her on my chest and hearing her cry for the first time. I can't wait. She needs to hurry up though. Brittany is 1 tomorrow, and her birth was the most amazing experience ever. So I wouldn't mind a replay of that. She was our rainbow baby, so a very special little girl. I suppose I just want to know if she's going to be okay as well, and me. A rainbow baby is a baby born after a pregnancy loss, stillbirth or neonatal loss. It's something very special. It's not saying that the rainbow makes everything okay. It's acknowledging that, yes, the bad things happen, but this is light at the end of the tunnel. I like to think of it as it's a promise of love after loss. And she is the pot of gold at the end of our rainbow. The longest I've ever got is 35 weeks, they're fine now.
35?
Yeah. And then this pregnancy, I found out at 12 weeks.
At 12?
Yeah, I had the non-invasive prenatal testing.
Okay.
And you know, one of the main reasons I had it was obviously to be prepared if something was wrong, but because I had lost a baby kind of later in pregnancy already, and there was a chance that even though he was 16 weeks, I might not have known what gender he was, but the pathologist could see, we could see, luckily enough. The day we brought Brittany home from hospital, it was the day of the Pride Parade in town, so there was rainbows everywhere.
Diversions.
And there was traffic diversions all over the place. So we ended up going a way we wouldn't normally go, and Stephen looked at me and said, "Do you know where we're going?" I said, "No, I'm not the one for directions." We waited. 5 minutes later I said, "I know, we're going to Glasnevin."
Passed by the graveyard.
We passed by the graveyard, and I can't believe that was a coincidence. We were brought there that day because Jesse wanted to meet his little sister, the girl he'd helped get bring into this world. And we did, we went to the grave. Brittany got to meet him. Well, we got to visit where he's buried. And it was just a very special moment for us as a family.
And how are you feeling?
Yeah, okay.
Any little niggles or anything?
Yes, but it's teasing me. It's nothing is just kicking in. I think, this is it, it's going to start. It doesn't. It's kind of playing my mind a bit. Yeah. Especially as I was already so nervous coming in this time.
The thing about bereavement is that none of us can make any judgment on somebody's grief until you've walked a mile in their shoes. And the way a couple and a family respond to loss is the right way for them. And there is no at least about it. You know, people who have been bereaved in pregnancy, will often say, people say, oh, well, at least you've got your 2 kids, or at least you weren't too far along, or at least your parents are around to help you. And there is no at least. It is grief, it is loss. And Jesse has a lasting legacy in their family. He's very much a part of their family, and his memory is very much alive. She's slightly sideways, so she's in the absolutely fine position for this stage.
I had bleeding at the start of this pregnancy. So I had bloods done quite early on. I was seen at 5 weeks. I had scan every 2 weeks. And when I seen the heartbeat at 6 weeks, I just thought, that's it now. we have to have this baby. I don't know what I would do if it did not work out. I don't feel strong enough to go through another miscarriage after the experience of Jessie. It's so hard to let go after you've seen that heartbeat, after you've seen that baby on the scan.
Anna, to start, it always takes a little while, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then it kicks off.
This is maternal because of the position.
So the Rotunda was set up in 1745 by Bartholomew Moss. He married a young woman called Elizabeth Mann when he was 22 years of age. And 3 years later, she gave birth to their first child called Michael. But sadly, both mother and baby perished after childbirth. And so what he was determined to do was to build a maternity hospital, and over the course of that first year, about 200 babies were born. And I think a small number of women died, maybe 4 or 5 out of that first 200.
Urška has been having contractions for 7 hours. She's determined to have a drug-free birth.
I was preparing myself mentally for a natural birth. I don't like taking tablets or just I believe that the body knows what to do. Whenever I go to health store, I feel like home, you know? Just like, wow. Well, I don't have anything against epidural. I support women that decide for it because I heard for some women it makes it a lot easier and more enjoyable, of course. But I just want it natural, and I just prepared myself mentally. I will go through that pain. I don't mind.
Okay, Louise, so we're just running the bath for you outside, all right? So we'll bring you out to that right now, okay?
You don't know how it's gonna be like. You have to be prepared that maybe you're gonna need an epidural, maybe you're gonna need, I don't know, cesarean or whatever it might be, you know, for the sake of the baby.
Whenever you're ready now, we'll move you out to the bath, okay?
I don't want any interference, but if it will be that bad, I would consider maybe epidural.
Good luck.
All right, I hope this baby comes nice and quickly.
3 hours after being induced, Rosemary's contractions are starting to build.
Not a screamer.
No,
Not them, anyway.
not a screamer. No, definitely. I'm more quiet,
Relaxed.
more relaxed
Yeah.
about it. But I will. That's probably because I have gas near in my mouth, though. To be fair.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Rosemary, to make sure that you can push, I have to check that you are fully dilated. Okay?
I just want the epidural. I know I failed, but I don't.
And also for the epidural, I have to make sure you are not fully dilated, because if you are fully dilated, there is no point to go for the epidural. You just have to push. You know what I mean? And I think you are fully, and you need to push. Rosemary, stop with that. Don't continue. You are going to get dizzy.
Gas and air, best invention ever. Don't try and take that off me in labour because it won't go down well.
Rosemary, okay, I need you to help me, okay?
But yes, I do look like I'm possessed at certain points.
That's it.
Once we see the vertex is the baby's head. Once we see the vertex coming, we call the doctors to make the delivery.
Okay.
Things can go very quick.
Hold on, honey. I'm going to call the doctor, okay?
So, when Rosemary told me she had the urge to push, she did push. And I saw the head coming very fast.
Please, can you call Mary Hogan?
So it was kind of, okay, try not to push.
Can you call Dr. Hogan, please? Okay, I told you you're amazing. Baby's here. Okay. Okay, so we don't need this gas and air. Yeah? You did everything by yourself.
Rosemary, she was taking too much gas and air, and the gas and air sometimes kind of make you feel like dizzy or like, like different. Okay?
I keep going, please give it back. Please give it back. You're not gonna...
Honey, you need to push. The baby's right here.
You lose your orientation. And sometimes when you are delivering the baby, you want to be focused on the baby.
I need to get the bus now.
Honey, I cannot give you that, Rosemary. Baby's right here.
Yeah, okay, but I'm not.
Do you want to touch your baby's
No,
head?
I touch baby's head, but then I want the girls in here.
Okay. Do you see that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's your baby. Okay.
Yes, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly the very last part of labour, where a baby's head is crowning, is incredibly sore, and there's a huge amount of burning at the perineum.
Come on. I know. I
can do this.
No, I really
Okay,
want
do you want to have a puff? Have a puff of the gas now.
I just know what's worked for me before.
Yeah, have a puff. It can be hard to push through that in order to birth the baby. Is there a contraction there now? That is the reason why the gas may give somebody relief, but sometimes, on the other hand, it may just slow that, and ultimately there just needs to be the birth of the baby in order to end the labours. Give it to her for a minute. Just for a minute. Just hold it like that. Just like that. Just like that. And you'll have her. You'll have her. You'll have her. Go on. You're having her. You're having her. Well done. That's excellent. It's a little bit of a balancing act of giving somebody pain relief when they need it, but also giving them support to push their baby out according to what nature intends. So Rosemary, no, you have
Push,
to push.
honey, you have to push.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, you have to push.
Shoulders, I'm sorry.
The head has to rotate in order to the anterior shoulder to be delivered. And but we saw like not so many space for that.
I know it's hard, but you do have to push for her shoulders. Breathe away, look. Look. Oh. Hello, little lady. No. Oh, go up and give your mama a huge hug. Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
She's definitely a girl.
She's definitely a girl.
Happy birthday.
No, we were bossy, weren't we? And I'm sorry.
I'm awkward.
No, you're not awkward. You're not awkward.
You are amazing.
You are amazing.
For me, it was special because she was doing everything. No epidural, just the gas and air, coping herself very good.
Rosemary, it has been the most amazing delivery I've ever seen.
Every time is special. And in this case, I saw a woman that she was having her 10th baby just by herself.
The midwife losing her finger.
Oh, you breathe.
The name Rosemary and Stephen have chosen for their new baby has special significance.
Rosemary's latest little arrival is called Maeve Louise Etienne. So I was really surprised and obviously honoured when they chose to give this little one the name Maeve, which actually isn't a very common name anymore. So it's lovely to hear it.
Look, it's like a little heart, a little mark on her. Yeah, that's cool.
That's from Jessie. Little kiss from Jessie, eh? Yeah. Special girl, hey?
The last day of January.
Yes.
Tomorrow's St. Bridget's Day.
St. Bridget's Day, yeah.
I sound like Sister Early now, don't I? Remember what Lord Mercy?
Yeah. No.
She used to always be going on about the saints' days.
Didn't she?
Bridie
does that now. Bridie takes over a little bit from her, yeah.
Really, I think it's an age thing, is it? When you get past 29 plus.
Urška has been labouring at home and in the hospital for nearly 9 hours now, with Urne by her side.
Breathing didn't help at all. She was saying, breathe. I can't breathe, it's too much pain. I mean, and I don't know, it just felt natural that I had to scream to get it out, this pain out.
When the baby's being delivered with no pain relief, it can be quite excruciating. So she, if she wants to scream at that's fine, you know what I mean? But she was doing everything I asked her to do. She actually was really, really well controlled.
Maybe it would have, if I have a boxing bag, I don't know, but for me that scream was the best solution in that moment.
Because it's your first baby, it can take a little bit longer, but you've done so well. It's hard to tell, lovey, but you've done so well.
1 minute?
No, just
2 minutes.
go with what you feel like, okay? All right, you've done brilliant.
In the hospital they said, yeah, it can take 5 hours and
Or 12 hours, like there was those numbers. So this is why I was thought like, oh, this is, you know, you can't keep up with this. So that was like the point where I was like, wow, this is not gonna work.
Yeah, you're the best boy. I'm a mother of 10 children myself. I loved having my children. I loved giving birth, believe it or not. And I'm now very lucky to have 6 beautiful grandchildren. I just did my promise I'd get too involved and I have to step back. I find that hard. I wanted it to be my baby. Isn't that ridiculous? Yeah, I love it.
So I'm going to just have a little feel. Is that okay? And just see where we're at. All right, well done, darling, well done. Yeah? Head is right there.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well done. You're amazing. Yay. Well done, okay? Yay. She had gone from 4 centimetres to 10 centimetres in about half an hour for her first baby, which is quite rapid. You're amazing.
I'm amazing.
You are amazing. You are amazing. It kind of just shows that you can never predict anything in this job.
Where's the toilet? The main toilet.
For you, it's just go out and ask the girls. They'll show you where it is. Is that okay? At the desk. Now we'll turn off this light. You know what I mean? You've done so well to get this far. You really don't have long left. You just kind of need to listen to us towards the end, okay? Oh, sorry, honey. Thanks. Brilliant, lovely, well done. Because obviously she had no pain relief or, you know, no epidural, she had every urge to push. You know, when she felt that pain coming, she was going to push and there was nothing we could do to stop that. I'm just going to stick my head out the door and see can I get him back. Okay. Louise, is he gone to the toilet? She's going to deliver.
How amazing are you?
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see what it is.
Where did he go to the toilet?
Oh.
So she then started pushing with the pains and then he was nowhere to be seen. Well done, darling, well done. It's just after all of that work at home that they had done together and wanting the normal and natural delivery, and she was so delighted for him to be there, and then for him to miss it would have just been a joke. He needed to hold that one. My goodness. No.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Darling, we can see the top of baby's head now when you're pushing, okay? Now you... Yes, yes, yes.
Come on. Just come around the other side. Yes, he wants to come out now.
Then he's here, what? We'll see.
And I'm like really motivated to see what it's going to be, a boy or a girl. You know, that's one of the reasons why we didn't want to find out what it is. That I wanted to be motivated more, you know.
Super tigre, Piki, super tigre.
I did feel like a support from other people. I did, but I knew that I had to do it alone. Of course, they won't do it for me. But I also felt some help from above, if you want to call it like that.
Well done. You've really moved baby there now, huh? You've really moved baby, okay? Baby's not going back now, so lots and lots of pressure. That's it. Go on, lovey. Now, next time, okay? Just try and not scream. Not that we don't mind you screaming, but if you just hold your breath and give all your force down, baby will, the head will deliver, okay? Promise you will. That's it.
Oh, here you go.
That's it. Go on, Urška. That's it. Just
Pikash, Pikash, Pikash.
That's just the head.
Pikash, Pikash.
Okay, do you want to feel the head? Put your hand down and feel the head. Okay. Now, the minute you feel pressure again, we'll go for it again.
Feeling the pressure?
You feel pressure?
So,
Yeah, go on, go for it. Okay, give us a big push down. Big push down. What is it? Daddy, check what it is.
Oh my goodness, it's a boy! It's a boy!
It's a little boy.
Fantastic, yeah.
Okay.
It's a boy, yeah.
Come on, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Admire her courage. I said like I wouldn't go through that, so I admire her for that. Yeah, like a warrior, or just really brave to go through that.
Congratulations, you did brilliant. No problem.
You've been amazing.
Wow.
You were amazing.
Come glida me.
I was proud of myself. I remember that if I'm in a hard situation or I don't know, there's no way out, and then I want to give up, and I will tell to myself, if I went through that, I can go through everything. You know?
I know, honey, I know.
I hope when I have my babies, I do as well
Yes.
as you.
It does change perception on you and what you're capable of as a human being, so it is powerful.
If men were to have births, they'd absolutely get epidurals. They'd get everything available to them. Men definitely have lower pain threshold than women. It's been scientifically proven. I don't think it would be possible for a man to have a child without an epidural.
Nice deep breaths, they're getting really strong. Nice deep breaths of open air.
After 36 hours in the pre-labour ward, Aoife and Rob have just been admitted into the delivery suite.
I hope I can do this.
Of course you can.
This is their first baby, and so far, labour has been anything but predictable.
What was your hopes before coming in here?
Well, I'd envisioned myself going 2 weeks early, going into the Rotunda at 8 centimetres and having baby with no pain relief.
That's lovely. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Well, now we're
That
2
was
weeks
the plan.
over and you've been in pain since yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
And you haven't got a lot of sleep.
No.
Like many great Irish romances, their relationship started in a pub.
The local, yeah, the full shilling. Basically, I'd been out all day, and Aoife's sister came over to me in the local and asked me if I wanted her sister. In those words, yeah, she said, "Do you want me to?" So I said, "Yeah," because we'd met each other a couple of weeks beforehand. So we kind of.
So then we went to Abracadabra and he bought me curry chips.
And
He
a
fed
Diet
me
Coke.
and a Diet Coke, and that was it.
That was it.
The rest is history.
Where are you feeling that mostly?
All across the bottom, my back, and all across
your back and the front?
lower abdomen. Yeah. He's reliable. He's fun.
Reliable. That's something to be called.
I said you were fun then as well.
Not really.
But like he's loving and caring, and I don't know. He's lovely.
Hospitals are familiar territory for Aoife. She works as an oncology nurse manager at the Mater Hospital in Dublin.
Have you been a midwife long, Ciara?
I qualified in September.
And did you come straight to delivery?
Yeah. Yeah, love it. It's a great place to work.
It was the only part of my midwifery placement I liked, was delivery.
Delivery.
I done 2 weeks in Hollis Street when I was a student nurse and was like, not a hope in hell would I ever be a midwife. I just wouldn't be good dealing with the mums.
Oh, they're lovely.
I found the mums really tense. I just found everyone hormonal and irritable, and I would love the babies, but I don't know how the midwives do it. They're absolutely amazing.
Well, so nice deep breaths. You're doing great.
Just want to go through details first, okay? Yeah.
Daniela has arrived for a C-section today with husband VJ. As with her previous 3 pregnancies, the last 9 months have been an ordeal.
I still have morning sickness. Gosh, they never finish. Toată sarcina mi-a fost foarte rău. Deci de la prima lună până la ultima, foarte rău.
You're going to the delivery suite, you know what that is? It's on the 2nd floor, okay?
Okay.
Take care, okay?
Thank you so much.
You keep on it. Bye-bye.
Plângeam chiar. Am făcut și diabet de sarcină. Dar m-am simțit foarte, foarte greu. Foarte rău.
Daniela is from the Roma community, with its tradition of large families, but she's considering getting sterilised after her C-section to prevent further pregnancies. Husband Vijay isn't so sure.
I don't know. No, because only if you get babies and that's it, it's not a good option. You have to mind them, you have to give them a good education, you have to bring them to school, so you have to watch them properly. Soțul tot mai vroia, zice, dacă e fetiță, că avem numai un băiat, dintre cei 4, 3 fetițe și un băiat, și mi-a zis, mi-ai promis că dacă e fetiță, să putem să mai avem până la un băiețel, dar nu mai am putere, nu mai pot. So tired. So I think it's enough. Well, I don't know what to say, but
If it's good, another one. 5.
Hello? Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
1 and 2. Yeah, but do you not I have to call the chest or the breathing?
Everything.
Oh, okay. Whoa. I promise I will do this. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and breathe, and 1 and 2 and 3 and breathe, and 1 and 2 and 3 and breathe.
So the 30 seconds pass and you check
Listening to the heart rate again.
and the color, and if
The
it's
colour and
breathing,
baby's tone, and oh my baby's really after coming around.
oh, it's breathing.
Yeah, it's really. Whoa, well done, Veronica. Me and you. I'm so tired.
Aoife has been awake and having some pains for 37 hours now, and the lure of pain relief with an epidural is too great to resist.
Can't believe I'm getting this. Can't believe I'm getting this. I've never been sick. I've never really been in pain as such, bar the odd headache here and there. So I was like, I should be able for this. Hi. And then the nurse in me as well. I was a bit like thinking of the 1 in a million chance of being paralysed. And I was like, I don't want to not be able to walk around with my newborn. So I don't want to be paralysed.
I'm going to inject a bit of local anesthetic under skin in your back, and then we're going to ask you to do a very funny position like a butt posture. Drop your shoulders down, pull your chin down, slouch like that, and hold very still for a minute or 2 to let me sleep without epidural.
Back of the hand is better. So that was one thing I asked the anaesthetist. It's like, just don't paralyse me.
Just staying still is the key thing. You can keep going with the gas.
And I'm taking a little out of your back.
Well done, Aoife.
You done?
Well done.
Good.
Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, like she's definitely. Did you? Are you listening?
Yep.
Make my night.
Right, last call, Rob, boy or girl?
Girl.
I'm saying girl as well. Do you know, it's kind of one of the last real surprises in life. Like, so
Good surprise.
Good surprises.
I had one couple that had thought they were having a girl. They bought everything pink. There was bows everywhere. They had frills, they had tutus, everything sorted. They had the baby's name written on the baby grow, and then it came out a boy.
Was that really recently?
Yeah, it was only a few weeks ago.
That's our next door neighbour's nephew.
Stop.
They're like really young, like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
18, 19.
Yeah.
His aunt lives next door and she was telling me about this and she was like, sure, look at all the girl things I had. And I was like, sure, I'm going to have a girl. And she was like, oh, well, sure, there's a present for you now if you have a girl.
I think it's a girl because of all this stuff going on. Like they just like to kind of make a bit of a fuss out of things. Like.
With the busyness of the Rotunda, like if you don't laugh, like you'd be crying constantly, I think. Yeah. At the moment, I would say about 2 centimetres.
Okay.
The head is really well down against the cervix, which is a good thing for us. At the moment, you're not in labour.
Cool.
So what we'll do is, I think...
Go up with the drip.
Go up with the drip, okay?
There we go.
Thank you.
It's a massive change from when I had kids, so I've seen that now. very much involved now, the young people, the young men. Well, they're both pregnant to start with. Didn't really exist when I was having kids, you know. Where if that was Uncle Jerry here now, all those years ago, I'd be in the waiting room from the word go.
When you know, you know. When you've had enough, isn't it?
Daniela is in theatre being prepared for the birth of her new baby.
Loads and loads of pressure there, Daniela, okay? Okay, 14, 13, please, Derval. Hello, hello. Now, you have big girl here, okay? All right. Stella, baby Stella. I come around this way. There she is. Just give it up. I know, isn't she?
Muito băsturuce, tu să te duci să sculali eu, că te mi-am dat la tu calculită, direală tăra mă nocale. Au venit pe lume, n-au avut niciun defect, o sănătoasă și asta m-a bucurat cel mai mult.
Although not the longed-for second son for VJ, both parents are happy that their family is now complete.
E mulțumit Domnului, deci s-a rugat pentru ea.
Daniela and VJ are going ahead with the sterilization.
Can I have a stitch, please?
Tubal ligation is a sterilization method. It's a permanent method of contraception. The main risk will be this. We warn them about the failure rate, which is a small chance that they might get pregnant or get an ectopic pregnancy, but it's really low, around 1 in 200.
I'm happy, very happy. Give me mara to me. Give me mara to me. She's hungry. She's hungry. She wants to eat.
Our wheelchairs tend to have that effect on people sometimes. Huh? Oh, we're doing a big wee-wees. Big wee-wees.
8 hours after arriving into the delivery suite, Aoife's labour has been punishingly slow.
I think I'm just so warm and I feel sick and I think it's just, you know, it's like oh, domino effect.
Everything had been slow, like at this, like it'd gone past midnight, so I was now 14 days overdue. Induction had been really slow. I was like going into my 3rd day in the hospital. And I just knew that wasn't, like, I knew that that wasn't right and that wasn't normal. Like, unless something happens really fast, unless I suddenly go from 4 to 10 centimetres and I'm ready to push, like, baby's going to need to come out quickly at some stage because I just kind of, like, I don't know, the odds were against us or something.
Oh, I hope they just take her out, babe.
Yeah, we'll say it to the doctors.
How are we getting on? Ah, you poor devil.
Well,
Yeah, so
sick there now in the last. I don't think I can push Amy.
You're wrecked, are you? Okay. What we'll do is examine you, see what's happening, go from there. Like, normally it's tiredness that gets everyone, do you know, before anything else. Don't.
Okay, don't be upset.
I feel really bad that she's going to need antibiotics and.
This wasn't something that you did. You're overdue. It's been going on for a prolonged period of time, regardless, you know.
I'm just afraid I'm going to hurt her now.
Like, if there was any sort of signs that she was in distress, that she needed to come out, they wouldn't be hovering outside. Do you know that sort of way? They would have delivered. We could see that progression-wise, it was going quite slowly. So We knew that she had been within this induction process for quite a long time, and that's when we kind of started to think maybe get things ready in case we weren't going to have a normal delivery.
On last examination 2 hours ago, Aoife was 4 centimetres dilated.
At the moment, I would say about 5 centimetres, okay?
So no real change.
The head has come down a good bit. That's the only thing that we can kind of take solace from. Like, we would like kind of 2 centimetres with the last one. Like, they might just kind of say,
thank you.
Nip it in the butt, you know? Okay, give me 2 minutes, all right? I'm just gonna fly out. 5 centimetres. It's kind of odematous on the left side. It is fully effaced. Like central, ahead is -2.
With a temp.
With a temp, like she's fed up now. She's kind of, she was getting quite upset with it. So like I kind of.
Hi.
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 She gave it her best. She gave it, yeah.
Amy just examined you, and essentially there's no change. I think all things considered, we should probably go ahead and deliver your baby.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Okay? Is that okay with you? Okay.
Come on in. Are you sure you're ready?
Born ready. I felt really vulnerable going down to theatre because, like, I was lying there. I couldn't move with the epidural, and there was so many people around me, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm always pushing this trolley, and that was the only time that I really felt like a patient, and I was like, I don't really like this feeling. I don't like being on this side of the uniform.
So what I'll do is I get you to take a seat in here, Rob. Just
But as soon as I got in then, and I could hear the scrub nurses doing their checks, and like the anaesthetist had topped up the epidural, and I was like, oh no, this is it. We're going to have a baby now.
Next clip, please. Thank you.
And baby's gonna come up this side.
Okay.
Thanks.
What's it gonna be?
The girl. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Bit of pressure. Hello. Do we know what we're having?
No.
Would you like to find out?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello. The first thing I thought when I seen the baby was, oh my god, she's you.
It's a man. What a man.
And I was like, oh my god, she's a boy.
I didn't like. Without being vulgar, I just like that's all I seen when he dropped the curtain was that's a definite boy, like, you know what I mean?
You have a baby. I can't believe it's a boy. He was a lovely, lovely surprise, and I definitely recommend not finding out the sex. I don't think we ever will.
No,
Future
100%
babies.
no.
Because it really does keep that excitement going.
You just never tell anybody our girls now.
No, we'll keep it for next
I
time.
can't get
Rob,
them
do you want to
tears
come
out of
over and say hi?
Yeah.
He's a bruiser, isn't he? That was a chunky monkey. The baby was folded up very well.
9 pounds, 10.5.
Oh my god.
Like, I was really relieved when he was born, but the relief to have him in my arms, and like that sense of he's mine, and now I'm gonna cry.
Although you have to send Daddy out to buy you some clothes in the morning as well.
I have nieces and stuff, so it, like I know how like I have that love for a baby, but like when he was born, like I would have killed everybody in the room if they had gone to harm him. Do you know what I mean? It's that like straight away you have that urge to protect him. It's weird, like he was only like minutes old and you're already like, I'd do anything for him.
Thank you. It made me love Rob a whole lot more, and before he was born, like right up until he was born, I didn't think it was possible. I was like absolutely mad about him.
Good.
But then when he was born, I was like you gave this to me, like you like made it possible for us to have this tiny little person who's now our everything.
How are you feeling? Happy out?
Thank you.
I just can't get you out of my head. Boy, there's more than a bit to think about.
Mustang Sally.
Like the only way is that way.
Baby.
Baby Maeve is just a few hours old, and her dad, brothers and sisters are in to meet her for the first time.
Baby Maeve, don't cry, baby Maeve.
Why not? She has the support of her husband, the support of her family, and she wants a big family. Why not?
Say hello. Oh, she's not impressed.
He's an amazing father. We're very lucky to have him in our lives, definitely.
Daddy, can we have a second go?
Jessie was miscarried a couple of years ago, which actually means 11. They've had 11. But I think she told one of the midwives when she was in that they might have 12. So we'll see. I certainly won't say goodbye to her. We'll just say adieu.